White shorts and red stockings, and if you're watching in black and white, we apologise for the colour clash. Scotland are the slightly darker shirts, white collars, and as I say, Wales have got those white stockings. And it's just over the bar there, and a good early break for Scotland, coming from Derek Farlane. And a little bit of lack of organisation in that Welsh defence. Scotland, of course, without their Leeds United representatives, other than Gordon McQueen, of course, and Dalglish making a good run there for Scotland. And it's Scotland who are making the running at the moment. But through across there, oh, that just passed the ball that time from McCarry. That looked like a push in the back on Farlane. Not given. And that was a dive, says McCarry, and oh, look at that. Well, that was a silly piece of work there by McCarry, and James is still going on. When will he learn? McCarry claiming it was a dive by James. James reacted violently, McCarry gave him some more, and then McCarry got involved again with Yorath. And here's the free kick, and indeed Toshak is the one, and Toshak gets the header in. Oh, and again he wins! And Kennedy didn't really know what was happening, but the whistle had gone in any case. Farlane turning it on again. Farlane with the shot! The ball rebounding out. Still with Rees. Thomas outside him. This looks better for Wales. And that's not a bad cross towards Toshak either. And there's it going in. It's the ball. Here's Toshak. Yes! Toshak! 1-0 to Wales. Kennedy beaten. A tremendous scramble in that 6-yard area. Flynn looked to have a shot that was almost home. It was knocked out again to Toshak, and Toshak was able to take his time and really send in a blistering shot. If anything, slightly the better side. And that was clearly Wales's best move so far. Farlane up there. My goodness, what a shot by him. Caught that on the volley. Davis didn't know a thing about it. It hit Davis really almond and smiled, but he'd be smiling a lot more if that had gone in. Beautifully hit by McDougall. Davis not knowing anything about it. And McCarry's shot went just wide. Page, time to measure up the cross, decides the short one to Rees. Page again. Flynn, oh, he did well there, Flynn. Mahoney, back to Flynn again. Good play by Wales. Oh, what a goal! Scored by Flynn. That was a masterpiece of a goal. One that any side would be proud to get, and one that put Wales 2-0 to the lead. There must have been 4 single first-time passes. The killer being from Toshak, finally going through to little Brian Flynn, and he poked it past Kennedy. Wales 2, Scotland 0. Conference in the blue shirts there to decide how this free kick will be taken. The Irish referee wants them back the full 10 yards. I would fancy maybe Rioch to hit it, which he has, but straight into the wall, which was out very quickly at him. Farlane, who did very well, Farlane. Oh, and it's there by Jackson! Colin Jackson is the man who scored it. But he knows the debt he owes to Derek Farlane. Farlane, who did so well on that far side, somehow kept it in, got in a good cross that always had Di Davis in trouble. Here's Mahoney again. Having got back into this game, it looks as though they want to get edged out once more. Now it's with Yorath. Mahoney heading that one and heading it wide. Toshak already in there. James with the corner again for Wales, and McQueen getting above John Toshak on that occasion. Flynn fighting for it, but losing on that occasion. Too high for McDougall. Here's Yorath, played for Mahoney. Wales coming forward in hordes now. And Mahoney's shot, not too much of a problem. McDougall to Duncan. Still with Duncan, played now for Ted McDougall, and then for Rioch! What a goal! 2-2! Bruce Rioch has scored it. So Scotland's comeback is complete. That time it came in from the left. McDougall looked as though he might have an opportunity, but it fell to Bruce Rioch. And what a tremendous shot he produced. Wales 2, Scotland 2. And in 17 minutes of the second half, all that brilliant work by Wales in the first half has been undone. Bruce Rioch scoring that second goal for Scotland. And now Rees. There's a little chip towards Toshak. Across the line. Mahoney, no! A corner for Wales. And almost within seconds, Wales were back on the rampage. The cross came in. Toshak found the header. It couldn't have quite crossed the line. Leighton James with the corner. Roberts with the header. Gilrees with the header. Saved well by Kennedy. And Kennedy down and injured as he made that save, but the referee wants the game to go on. Malcolm Page, the long ball which Toshak will chase, and Toshak's shadow is there again, but this time Toshak's got the better of McQueen. Twice he's got the better of him. Well, why he did that I don't know, because Gilrees was perfectly placed on the edge of the 6-yard area, and a short pass from Toshak to Rees then could only have meant one thing, a goal to Wales. Toshak tried to do what should have been impossible, and indeed that's the way it proved to be. Versus Parlane. And Parlane's got past the Welsh fullback. And he's got past Roberts as well. Here's Dalglish going now. Trying to flick it inside there for Duncan, and he's done it. He couldn't get his shot in. Oh, and he hit the crossbar. Parlane whacked it against the crossbar there. Well, Leighton James has gone, and they've allowed him to go, Scotland. They were a bit slow on the uptake there. Here's Toshak. Yorath, who just lost his feet and then found him again. Toshak going in with a header, and Roberts is almost there. His feet were rather high on that goalkeeper, and that's what the Scottish players are complaining about. And there really have been one or two of those silly incidents in this game that do credit to nobody. James for Wales. A little flick through there for Rees, and a shot that was just over. James gave him a chance. So Duncan with the corner for Scotland. And Gordon McQueen's header. Oh, and it was headed away by Gilrees. But it's not away yet. Duncan. And it's another corner. Well, McQueen got up beautifully for that one. Headed it powerfully for the corner. James now taking on this defence and going through the legs of McGrain. Leighton James with a shot. Oh! And Kennedy stopping that with his foot. Munro again. That'll find Parlane. Wales were a little slow to cover up there. Oh, and it needed a save from Davis. That could have been a costly piece of slack defensive play for Wales. McDougall versus Phillips. What a good ball there by McDougall for Duncan. This could be the moment for Scotland. No! And somehow Di Davis bounced on it and stopped it from going in. Could so easily have got in the goal, though. Now played nearly 3 minutes of injury time as Yorath hoists another long ball towards that Scottish penalty area. Little Flynn is there. He might get a shot, but it's straight in the arms of Kennedy. And now Scotland can come away again through Duncan. ceaseless attacking from end to end in this game. The referee looking at his watch again, and it's all over. A very good international indeed is over, one which the crowd thoroughly enjoyed, one which Scotland certainly enjoyed in the second half, with Bruce Rioch's goal making it 2-2. Colin Jackson having scored, he's gone off of course, injured. Jackson and Rioch the scorers in the second half for Scotland, with Toshak and Flynn the scorers for Wales in the first half. Good stuff from beginning to end, and I think the draw just about the right result.